game. It's supposed to be the fourth quarter, but technically it's not. There's like 1 minute left in the third quarter. Kings ball down 97 to 77. Sabonis, little 18-footer. Nice little shot he had. And that was Valanciunas. I didn't know they had Valanciunas. Thought that was Sabonis that took that. Mavericks up 97-79 with 40 seconds left in the third. PJ Washington, you should have had that, bro. Should have had that. I don't know how that didn't go in. Unbelievable. That was wide open for three. Mm-hmm. I was watching a live stream of the game, and then somebody decided to report his channel. And the troll came in there and was like, should I spoil the party and report it? And I'm like, I knew he was, whoever that troll was going to report it. Because technically, you're not allowed to, like, actually show the game, if that makes sense. Sucks. For the rest of us, it just kind of spoils it. But right now, it currently is 97 to 81. Mavericks are up, so apparently they must have got another shot off. Well, that sucks. Yep. 97-81, and we're hitting the end of the third quarter. I told you guys that the Mavericks were a threat. They're another dark horse team besides the Warriors. $96 to 81, it says the score is. 98 to 81 now. I'm sure the fourth quarter will be starting soon. I'm going to go ahead and look at the scores real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at who the box leaders are. Man, whoever that Williams guy is for the Mavericks is pretty damn good. That kid can shoot. He can shoot that three-point shot. AD's got 21 points. DeRozan, he got 28. But let's go ahead and see the box scores. I want to take a look at the who the leading scorers are. Obviously, it's probably AD for the Mavericks, but I want to see who all scored. Let's take a look. AD got 21. PJ Washington got 15. Nahaji Marshall got 9. Derek Lively, the second, he only got 5. That's it. But Clay got 16. And then off the bench, Brandon Williams, that's the guy that's pretty damn good. He had a 15 off the bench. Dante Exum, I haven't thought I would hear that name in a while. He's got 11. Max Christie got 2, and Daniel Gaffer got 5. And that's so far for the Mavericks. As we're at the end of the third, it's 99-81 Dallas. I picked Dallas to win this game, but I did pick the Bulls to win at home against the Heat, and obviously that didn't happen. So that's one game that I missed out of the 4. Let's see who the scores for the Kings are. You got Domantas Sabonis, he got 7. DeMar DeRozan got 28. Keegan Murray got 6. Zach LaVine got 15, and Keon Ellis got 9. Trey Lyles, he got 5. Valanciunas got 4, and Devin Carter got 7. So Jay Crowder's not even playing. I don't know why they don't got Jay Crowder in the lineup. Doug McDermott, he's on the bench. He's not playing. Who else they got? Isaac Jones, Markelle Fultz. I remember that guy. Orlando Magic guy. I didn't know Markelle Fultz went to the Kings. Terrence Davis, Mason Jones. Okay. What a game this is. Imagine if the Kings come back and take it in the fourth. Dallas scored 44 points, bro. Cheers, Daniel. Dallas scored 44 in the second quarter. Kings opened up with 33 points in the third. So we are now hitting the fourth quarter. Mavericks got an 18-point lead. Oh, yeah, good luck. We play Sunday against the Warriors. This is going to be a damn good series, like I keep telling everyone. It's going to go 7. It's going to go the distance. I think our young guys can beat the Warriors. I think so. I think we can take them in a 7 game series. It's just they got experience with veteranship. Butler, Curry, that's got rings. Well, I don't know if Jimmy Butler don't got a ring, but he's been to the NBA Finals. A part of me is ready. A part of me is nervous. What scares me the most about this matchup is Golden State comes in and takes game one right off the bat, and then just puts the pressure on us. Because then if we lose game two, now you're talking about avoid getting swept. You know, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I think the Rockets are in a must win situation in terms of winning home court. So we got to win at least game one and two. I mean, we can bomb 3 and 4 and still have the home court advantage. It just becomes a best of three at that point. But me personally, I'd rather win the first two at home and secure, and keep the home court advantage. Is, my worst fear is Golden State comes in, has a damn good game, sets a statement, sets the tempo right off the bat, and takes game one from us. That's my biggest fear. And the last thing I want is Stephen Curry just raining 3 pointers, finding ways to get open. I mean, yeah, we could put him in Thompson on him. We can go ahead and put Dylan Brooks. We can kind of mix it up a little bit. But yeah, this playoffs is definitely. Marvin said, "Who is the piece of shit that flagged that YouTuber's channel? The one you sent me. He came in and said, should I spoil it and flag it? And then all of a sudden the stream went down." Yeah, trolls will do that to you, bro. That's why I don't even. I would never be dumb enough to show the game. I've been to games before and showed them live when I was there, but I don't do it anymore like this because, like I said, they can report it. And just because they want to do it just because they can, I guess. That makes sense. And nothing makes sense on YouTube anymore anyway, That's why I don't stream that much anymore. That's why I don't make videos anymore, bro. I just do it just for the hell of it now. I'll just pop a video once every now and then. Maybe do politics videos. I even privated those recently. That's why y'all look on my channel. Some people are like, "Where's your Trump's videos at, man? Those were damn good videos. You had a lot of views on them." And then they just went to, I said I private them. I just put them to private. So I'll probably do a video on politics next, responding to the Trump 245% tariff that he wants to put, which is further going to cripple this economy. But I'm going to go ahead and do that in a separate video. I'm going to keep it strictly sports for this one. Mavericks are now up 16, so apparently the Kings just scored. Who scored the last bucket? Was that Sabonis? No, that was Keegan Murray. No, that wasn't Keegan Murray. No. Zach LaVine buries a smooth fadeaway. Okay. It's 101-83. Klay Thompson got 18 tonight. Dude, that's sick. Hey, good to see you again, Washburn Billy. What's up? Just watching the Mavericks Kings. What y'all think of that John or that Morant guy, the one that's doing the gun salute in Memphis, and he did that to Golden State? That's a good question, Marvin. Honestly, I don't even give a shit. I think it's funny. I think it makes great storylines. I think the NBA is overreacting on suspending him. Yeah, the guns he put on the live stream. Yeah, I mean, you can probably say that was dumb, but the whole fake gun salute thing that he did, I think it's kind of trolling. I think it's funny as hell. But I think at the end of the game, what Morant needs to do is he needs to back it up and have his team actually win and make a deep playoff run rather than just do stupid gun salutes. It's just retarded. I mean, it is effort to troll. I mean, whatever. I don't see any problem with it. But then again, we live in a society that takes offense to almost everything now, so you can't really have a personality anymore. I mean, I could see a joke out of it, but I guess for sponsorship purposes, they are trying to put a cap on it. Hey, Washburn Billy, not that I know you don't watch basketball, but what do you think of your Detroit Pistons? They were 14 wins last year, and it looks like they went on pace. They win 40 plus games this year. Finished the 6th seed or playing the New York Knicks in a best-of-7 first round. And that Cade Cunningham is lights out pretty good, man. That draft pick, that's the one I wanted. I wanted the draft pick, Cade Cunningham, and, we ended up not getting him. Detroit ended up getting him from us. But, like like I said, the Pistons are up and coming, improving. They got a pretty good squad. They went from 14 wins last year to, let's see how many wins did they get this year. Let's look at the standings real quick. They went from 14 wins last year to, let's see what they got now. They have 44 wins this year. 44 and 38. They finished sixth in the Eastern Conference. Not too bad. And they could potentially come out and surprise and actually beat the Knicks. They could. The Knicks are known for choking in the playoffs, Marvin says. Oh, absolutely. Detroit could come in and get the upset. I could possibly see that. Well, let's see. Let's get an update on that Mavericks game real quick, man. 101-83, 10:25 to go. Man, Washburn Billy, I've already been preparing for this shit, man. I got so far about 18 months worth of rice and beans stockpiled. I'm stockpiling on canned goods. I got a buddy of mine who produces eggs, and he's going to give me at wholesale prices. He has chickens that actually lay out eggs. He gets about 14 to 28 eggs a day, so he gives them to me for a wholesale. So when it's time to start stockpiling on food, that time is coming very near. So I'm already been taking preparations for all that. So just in case. No matter in the least. Well, I mean, hey, at least the Detroit Pistons are winning. They're winning. That's good. When was the last time the Pistons haven't been in the playoffs in a long time? And they're actually playing really good basketball this year. Okay, it must be a timeout because it still says 10:25 left in the fourth. Mavericks up by 18. Camping and fishing. Doesn't that sound fun? Dude, I haven't gone fishing in about a month. I might take the fishing rod out tomorrow and go fish tomorrow night fishing. You know what's fun? Night fishing and wave fishing. Fishing in waves waist deep and fishing like that. And then night fishing. Night fishing is fun. Everybody likes to fish right when the sun starts to set or early in the morning. Which I don't mind doing that, but again, I prefer to fish at night where it's more peaceful. Everybody's kind of out and about. Like I said, my neighbor caught a 29.5-pound blue catfish. I'm still jealous over that. I'm still trying to catch one. I haven't had any luck yet. I think the most I ever caught was like maybe 6 pounds, 6 pounds, 3-ounce bass. I'm still trying to catch something in the double digits. Not easy. Fishing's the only sport where you can sit all day and not catch anything. That's correct. That is correct. The Tigers are doing decent. Yeah, well, baseball just started. Baseball's kind of one of those things that just goes on forever and ever. It's hard to watch it past the first weekend. And then right about August, I start watching baseball. Right when there's the pennant chases and teams are fighting for playoff spots. That's mainly what I try to do. Mavericks up by 18 over the Kings. I told everyone Dallas was going to come in and be the dark horse in this game. And looks like that might be the case. Watch Detroit beat the Knicks. I have a feeling they will. And then Pistons will play in the second round. Who they play after that? Boston versus Orlando winner. Probably Boston. But I don't know, man. You never know. Like I said, I think Detroit could beat the Knicks. They're about evenly matched. 9 minutes left. Mavericks up 18 over the Kings. So, yeah, this game's going to come to an end. Mavericks are going to win. They play Memphis on Friday. And the winner of that game is the A seed and plays the Thunder, who are number 1 in the West. The Heat play at Atlanta, and the winner of that game plays the Cavs for the A seed, 1 seed matchup. So, you ever think they'll legalize gambling in Texas? I hope so. I mean, you already got these casino machines out here, and they're already playing for money. These illegal game rooms, what they call them. But they said allegedly if they legalize gambling here, what's going to end up happening is going to crumble Louisiana economy because they have legalized gambling over there. And so a lot of people from over here go over there to gamble, and now you take that element away because then now it's legalized here. Which honestly, I think it would be great if they legalize gambling over here. Put some casino machines in here. I think Dallas would be a great area to put in. Like a Vegas casino there. You could probably put some in Houston, maybe some in the Austin, San Antonio area, and that would probably gain some sort of attraction. We're probably a long ways from that. You're looking at maybe 10 years for they legalize gambling here, but I can honestly see it coming. I'll make the Tello and learn how to shoot guy now. Well, if they is Michigan, do they legalize gambling over there? Y'all can gamble over there in Louisiana, Michigan, can't y'all? I don't know how many states legalize gambling. I know Louisiana does because I've gone there several times to go gamble. I won, I think $800 at the Golden Bear, and then at the Kashada I won like 400 there. And when we went to Shreveport, I didn't win shit over there. I lost money over there. And then I went to WinStar, but that was in Oklahoma. And we gambled over there. I lost some money, I won it back, and I just kept playing and playing and lost it all. So the only bad thing about gambling is once you get sucked into it, you never really stop. And then when you lose, you have to get back and try to throw more money in, and then you win a little, but then you lose more, and then you win back just a little. I don't know. It's hard to stop yourself once you're in, and they know that. That's why they go around with those free drinks, because it gets you kind of like, they get it to where you're all messed up, and then you're like you're anxious and you're desperate to win. The chase, the high is there, and then the chase and the high never goes away, but your money just keeps going away. I thought I had your number, but I must have just your Facebook Messenger. Oh, I thought I gave it to you. I might have to give it to you. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but can't give it on here because of the trolls, but I possibly give it to you. Maybe I'll on a random comment. You can comment on a random video of mine from back then, and then I'll just reply with it, and then I can erase it, but it'll still show up on your notifications. You can screenshot it and then write it down. It's usually what I do. 103.85 Mavericks. 8:56 to go. So it looks like I think Mavericks are going to go on to win this. So that's a win for Dallas. Dallas moves on to play Memphis. In 8 minutes, unless somehow the Kings pull off a big comeback, but I don't see that happening. Yeah. Yeah, this time I'm getting a hotel in Addison. And I'll be in Addison for like 4 days or 3 days. We're going to do Addison Kaboom Town up there, a fireworks show and a World War II plane show where they fly the World War II planes overhead. So you get a 4-hour plane show and then followed by a fireworks show for 30 minutes. Now, the fireworks is only 30 minutes, but it feels like an eternity. It's a pretty cool event, but it's only once a year. So if you miss it, you got to wait another year. So that's the only bad thing about it. You miss Addison Kaboom Town, then next year you gotta wait. You gotta wait a whole year. If only Houston did something like that, then that'd be real nice. But that's wishful thinking. 103.85. Takes forever. I'm telling you. Is it still the same score? Looks like it to me. Computer all wants to act up. Don't you just hate when it does that crap? It's 8:37 left, so obviously it's both teams only scored 4 points in the fourth. I'm trying to see if there's another stream right now that's got the game on. Must the trolls mess it up for everybody. They make it bad for everyone. It's 8 minutes to go, 103.85. Just hit the 8-minute mark. Oh, you're watching too, Brandon? That's what's up. With the trophy falling apart? What trophy? What trophy falling apart? Hey, Brandon Rogers, I see your Minnesota Timberwolves are taking on the Lakers in the first round. LeBron James and Luca versus Ant-Man and Julius Randle and the Minnesota Wolves. Can they go in and you think so? Yeah, I think that's going to happen too. Minnesota should have lost the last game on purpose against Utah. I thought they were going to do that and tank and let Golden State try to jump them and take that 7 seed, or let Minnesota fall to 7 and face Houston and have a better, to me, a better matchup. But I guess they didn't want to do that play-in tournament. But to me personally, I'd rather risk doing the play-in tournament, play Memphis, get the win over Memphis, secure the 7 spot. Memphis overrated. Oh, absolutely. Definitely, I agree with that. They're definitely overrated. 7:17 to go. Slow game. Each team only had 4 points. Let's go ahead and hit the refresh button because, like I said, it likes to. Yeah, 7 minutes left. Man, just imagine how good the Mavericks are going to be next year. And I'm talking about you have AD, Clay, Kyrie, and then you trade for Durant, which I'm hearing the rumors Dallas will. If that happens, you got the Power Four is what they call it. And what type of team that's gonna be a damn good team next year. It's gonna be damn right cheating. No, they'll probably be better than the Rockets next year, technically. I guess Mark Cuban's trying to go all in on a championship, if that makes sense. And the Mavericks, I guess AD just hit a shot as he got 23 now. Mavericks jump up by 20. Over the Kings, 105-85 with 6:33 to go. Yeah, it's a slow fourth quarter. Only 10 combined points in the first 6 minutes of the game. And the Mavericks just scored again. Let's see who got that one. Was that Marshall that hit that? It's 107-85 Dallas. Yeah, it's over. Mavericks go in and they curb stomp the Kings. And the Mavericks will go on to play Memphis Friday. Oh, no Malik Monk? Oh, well, what for what? Where's Malik Monk play? He don't play for Mavericks. He plays what, for the Kings? I didn't even know he was still in the league. Holy shit. He's still there? 107-85. It was the college basketball champs of the White House. Oh, I didn't know that. Florida won. They beat Houston in the final championship game, but I'm not a Cougars fan. I am a Longhorns fan. And we lost to the Xavier, whatever they call themselves. I don't even know where that damn college is at, but we lost to them. I think Xavier's in Indiana, I believe. If I'm correct, I might be wrong. I think they're in Indiana. I could be wrong. But we lost to them, and then they ended up losing to Illinois in the next round, and whatever. So if Houston would have won, it really wouldn't matter to me. I wouldn't be celebrating because I'm not a Cougars fan. I am a Texas Longhorns fan. So I'm dedicated, loyal, bleed orange and gold. Or orange and white. Sorry. Or white and gold, whatever you want to call it. Orange and white. That is correct. I hope so. Like I said, we play Golden State in the first round, and they got our number. They've beaten us 4 times in the playoffs. And, they're a scary 7 seed. That's for damn sure. Scary 7 seed. Damn, I guess the Kings must have given up because it is 109-88. 5 minutes to go. Let's see how much time left. 5:03 left. 109-88. I didn't think Dallas was going to come in and punch them in the mouth, but I did say that they could possibly come in and win. And I picked them. I picked them to beat the Kings. I picked them to beat Memphis. I got Dallas going as number 8 in the playoffs. They'll take on OKC in the first round. Oklahoma City. I always say I'm going to go to Oklahoma City just to go. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. No. The way this country is going, anything you buy now just breaks down. That's what happens when you cut corners to run a business. Unfortunately, that's how most companies kind of operate now. And this isn't just in your products for car parts, vehicles, medical insurance, but also, unfortunately, in your food products as well. Have the quality has lowered while the price has doubled and or tripled, which tells you that this economy is headed towards a dark path. That makes sense. Definitely a dark path. That's why I've already been making preparations for if and in fact, worst case scenario, a global war heads. I'll at least prepare on food for a couple of years. I've already been stockpiling, so already been in preparation for that. Water, rice, beans, walnuts, cashews. I've already been loading up. We grow some of our own vegetables here. I got a guy who's selling me is going to sell me eggs at a wholesale price, as he has his own chickens, can produce his own eggs. So that saves me having to go to the grocery store to spend an arm and a leg on eggs. So I've already been preparing. I've been preparing for the last year. I just haven't been telling anyone. It's been low key preparing. It's 109 to 90. Dallas is up. 4:43 to go. Let me check the play-by-play. Yeah, 4:43 left. Mavs up 19. And sheesh, the Kings are losing to the Mavs with no Kyrie. It's hilarious. Yeah, I see that. But they also got AD and what's his name and Clay, and PJ Washington, and Najee Marshall, and Derek Lively. So they got a good squad. Daniel Gafford, that guy Brandon Williams, Matt Christie. Brandon Williams had 17 off the bench. That kid can shoot a three-point ball. And he only had 18 minutes. He scored 17 in 18 minutes. So he probably has earned himself some more playing time. Remember, Spencer Dinwiddie didn't even play today. Or Dwight Powell. 27 for AD tonight. That is sick. He's going to have 30 points tonight, possibly. 4 minutes to go. Yeah, the Kings are done. We're under 4 minutes now. The Kings look like shit today. 111, 113 and 90 with 3:40 to go. Oh, that clock is melting. Ugh. This fourth quarter went by fast. Both teams only scored 14 points in the fourth. So, yeah, it was a low-scoring fourth quarter as compared to the third quarter, the first, and especially the second. Fourth quarter, just both teams just kind of took their foot off the gas. That makes sense. 113.95, 3:40 to go. Sabonis punch in the air. Oh, I know. Good squad, but not main ball handler. No, I agree. Started on this. Now I'm half a century old. Do things regular because no one else will do it. Oh, absolutely. You got to learn how to do it on your own now. Yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised if we head to the barter system. The way this is going when the dollar completely collapses. I've been talking about this back in 2018. I was doing live stream videos with Kim and we were talking about the collapse of the dollar. And this was well into the Donald Trump administration. And I was already talking about this. Now, look at it now. Shit. We'll be lucky to have a country by 2030. The way that this is headed to. I mean, you got to look at the way that the prices are going up even worse. I hate to say it, but Trump's only been in office for 3 months. And he's doing equally just as bad as Biden, or if not even worse, if you compare statistics in terms of inflation, the isolation, all the policies he's put in place. Doesn't make any sense to me. I just not in my head because, again, are we ever going to get the first 2 years of Trump back? Nope. Nope. In 2016 to 2017? Nope. It's never going to happen. That's why I just said, fuck it. I'm just preparing for it for myself. That's all I can do at this point. It just goes beyond politics anymore. This is survival. All right, it's 113.95, 340 to go. Or is it 340 or is it less than that? 332. Just want to check. It's 330 to go. 113.95 still. He's got to run that clock down. Mavericks are up by 15. 20. Bottom dollar inflation killed debt we've been in years, and the gift given from the U.S. to random counterparts. Yep, I agree. I have no faith in the dollar anymore. The dollar is absolutely worthless. Yeah, all it is just a transfer of energy now. And the higher it goes, the less meaning it has. The more taxes we pay, the less meaning it has. The higher the inflation costs and those tariffs that are going to slam, then now Trump wants to raise it to 245%. We are in some serious trouble. You're literally talking about the collapse of businesses nationwide. This is going to make Biden look like a conservative is so damn bad. Even though I'm not a fan of either or, but it's going to be bad for the rest of us because, of course, they can afford the tariffs because they're all multi-billionaires. Most of them are criminals, and they can afford it. Mavericks are up by 20. It looks like this game's about to be a wrap. 2:20 left. The Mavericks go in and make a statement, and they punch the Kings right in the mouth. Boom. And now the Mavericks are moving on to face the Memphis Grizzlies. Hey, look, Klay Thompson is showing out. 23 for Klay. Okay. Klay Thompson. Zach LaVine had 20 tonight. And DeRozan had 33. Okay. But Domantas Sabonis had 11. I think a lot of it had to do with Anthony Davis. Shutting him down and locking him up on defense. They weren't giving Sabonis any opportunities at points in the paint. Like, they definitely were boxing him out, and they put 2-3 guys under there. They were definitely contesting a lot of his shots. I saw that early in the first quarter. So I knew the Kings, they took their main center out. But DeRozan showed out. Zach LaVine showed out, but they didn't have anybody else to step up. They have a third guy. And their bench points are not really that good either. They only have a total of, 16 points on the bench? What it looks like. Mavericks alone had one guy with 17 points. That equals out the total bench points for the Kings. So 28, 30. The Mavericks had 40 points off the bench compared to the Kings 16. So that does make a big difference. Big difference there. The Mavericks, I got 6 guys in double figures, while the Kings only got 3. So the Mavericks are definitely dominating points in the paint, and they've made all their free throws. I think they've only missed 2 for the game. I know that at the end of the third quarter they didn't miss. I think they went 16 for 16 at the free throw line, if I'm correct. So Mavericks weren't missing much. Nah, Max Christie only had 2 points. But that Brandon Williams guy had 17 off the bench. Dante Exum had 11. Daniel Gafford had 9 off the bench. Dante Exum, of all players, had 11. That's not bad. Klay, 23. P.J. Washington, 17. And Anthony Davis, 27. And Marshall had 9. Two minutes left. Mavericks still winning. 120-98. They're up 22. They're going to win. And right now they're just running the clock out, basically. Miami beat the Bulls 109-90. They just straight annihilated the Bulls on their home court. So yesterday, both home teams win. Today, both of the road teams came in and won. Dante better than Ben Simmons? Yeah. I think Ben Simmons plays for the Clippers, if I'm correct. I might be wrong, but I think he does. The video called Behind the Green Mask. I've told you about it many times. I need to go back and watch it. $120 to 100. The Kings just scored a layup. 118 to go. All right, I want to see what the schedule is for Friday because that's the last games of play-in tournament. It's going to be Dallas at Memphis is the 8:30 game on ESPN. And that's the winner gets the 8th seed and plays the Thunder on Sunday. Miami goes to Atlanta. That game's at 6 o'clock. It's going to be on True TV and Max TNT. And the winner of that game will be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers on Sunday. So the games for the first round on Saturday is going to be Milwaukee at Indiana. That's noon. I might do a live stream for that game because I don't have to go into work till 6. So I might live stream that one. Clippers at Nuggets, I'm sorry. That's 2:30. Detroit at New York, that's the 5 o'clock game on ESPN. And guess how much tickets are for that game? $286. And the Detroit at New York, that's the 5 o'clock game. Then the 7:30 game is Minnesota at LA. And then the Sunday's games, OKC plays the winner of Dallas and Memphis. That's a noon game. Orlando at Boston, that's going to be the 2:30 game Sunday. And then Cleveland, the winner out of Miami, Chicago, the 6 o'clock game. Golden State at Houston at 8:30. And guess where I'm going to be at work? But the good news, I don't have to work on Wednesday, and that's where our game 2's at. So I'll be live streaming that game. Not showing it, but just doing an audio, sort of like what I'm doing now. Detroit plays at New York game 2 on Monday. That's going to be a 6:30 game. Those tickets are going for $300 on the low end. Can you believe that shit? It's cheaper than the Super Bowl tickets, I'll tell you that. Cheaper than the Super Bowl. I agree with that. How the hell did the Kings cut the lead down to 12? The fuck? 19 seconds. I mean, I know Dallas is going to win, but, they're probably just letting them shoot. Well, that's a final now. 120-106. Okay, so they won by 14. So the Mavericks win. Final. 120-106, and they come in and get the upset. What a game. Well, baseball's on. Colorado just blows another lead again as the Dodgers take the lead. How are my Rangers looking? I know we're 11-7. Could we win the World Series again? 2 years ago we did it. We might pull it off again. We are showing out for the regular season. The Rangers are on a roll. They got to keep it going, though. Tyler Hero had 38 points. Josh Giddey had 25. All right, I got Miami at Atlanta. I got Atlanta to win. I think Atlanta wins. No, I take that back. I got Miami to win in Atlanta. Blame DeMar and Zach. Keegan had no show lately. Warriors fan here. Oh, Scotty, we got y'all next, bruh. Y'all ready for Sunday, bruh? Y'all ready for us to whoop y'all's ass? We play y'all at 8:30, and tickets are as low as 108. They got Houston on the line right now, 1.5 point favorites. Vegas odds. I don't know if anybody's going to want to jump on that bet, though, but the over-under is 213. I might jump on that one. Let's see the Knicks Pistons betting odds. They haven't came out with the odds yet for the Pistons Knicks game, so probably have to wait till tomorrow before they finalize it. Orlando at Boston. They got Boston a 14.5 point favor for game 1. May the best team win. That's gonna be us, bro. We're gonna beat y'all. Beat us the last 4 times, man. Getting tired of losing to y'all, man. This is the time. This is the time. That Nuggets Clippers is gonna be a good one at the 4-5 matchup. Denver and LA Clippers. Lakers Timberwolves at the 3-6. Rockets Warriors 2-7. And Bucks Pacers at 4-5. Pacers 4, Bucks 5. Knicks are at 3. Detroit Pistons are at 6. And the Celtics are at 2. Magic at 7. So now the it is official. Well, it's not official technically yet. We still got to wait for Friday's winners to determine the final seed. Damn, the Mavericks completely showed out today. They played damn good today. AD had a good game. Clay had a good one too. He had 23. It'd probably make more sense for the Heat to win. And I think the Heat got a better chance of beating Cleveland than Atlanta does. Because Atlanta don't got nobody other than Trey. So he's going to have to drag them into the playoffs. To me, I think the better matchup would probably be I think the better matchup to me would be Miami as the AC taking on Cleveland. Now, if they go in and beat Cleveland, that would be pretty hilarious. I can't wait till football next year. Hopefully, we have a season. You know who we got, right? The Longhorns got this year. We got Ohio State, I think. Hold on, let me look at the Longhorn schedule. Football. Football schedule. Yeah, we got Ohio State. The team that knocked us out last year, we open up against them on August 30th in Ohio State. So we go to Ohio State. And then after that, we play San Jose State. That's in Cali, but they come here. Then we play the UTEP Miners, which is University of Texas at El Paso. I know exactly where that school is at. And they come to our house. And then we play Sam Houston. Sam Houston's over there in Huntsville. They come to our house. And then after that, we got our conference games. We go at Florida Gators. Then we host OU, the Bastards from Norman, I call them. That's an October 11th matchup. So they got a scheduled win, 2 for the 6th game of the year. Usually they schedule a spot at around the 5th game mark. They pushed it a week back. I don't have a problem with that. So it'll at least get us each 5 games into the mark. It's not too bad. Then we go at Kentucky, and then at Mississippi State. And then Vanderbilt comes here. And then we go at Georgia. We play at Georgia November 15th. That's going to be one hell of a game. And they beat us twice last year. It'll be our rematch this year. We play Georgia. I want my rematch. Then we host Arkansas on November 22nd. And then the final game of the year, we play the Texas A&M Aggies. And that's it. That'll end the regular season. So that's for Texas Longhorns football. And the good news is that Archie Manning Jr. is going to start. He's going to start, and that's good for us. Because you know what's his name is officially now in the NFL draft, Quinn Ewers. He's projected to get drafted in the late first round. So I'm looking forward to the NFL draft coming up on the, was it the 25th or 26th, something like that. Oh, you're an Aggies fan? That's what's up. Oh, you talking about for the Mavs? Yeah. You know what I like to do? Go fishing on a lake, turn to kill the engine, put an anchor down, and just sleep on the goddamn boat after fishing, and have like a little like tiny station in there, microwave, electricity, uh, and have some food, whatever preparations, and watch a little TV like Netflix or something. I would love to do that for one night. Hopefully, no sharks disrupt the uh, the anchor, and then I'm left stranded there. Zombies, the beginning. Always see all these movies that they make, all these B-rated films on YouTube that's been popping up. Some of them are actually not that bad. Z Nation is fire. Oh yeah, I've seen Zombie Nation. Yeah, it is fire. Yeah. Dude, I've been working so much, I haven't had any time to just really, I haven't had any time to myself because I work like 60, 70 hours a week. Well, I don't stream. My only days I can stream is Wednesdays and Thursdays, which is why you see me streaming today. And there's no basketball on tomorrow, so it's literally just gonna be boring baseball all day to watch tomorrow. There's literally gonna be nothing to do tomorrow. Just like, might as well just go and go to Scotty's Saloon maybe. Go there tomorrow. I had some wings tonight, man. They were straight fire, bro. I had buffalo and I had barbecue. And I always say I'm going to eat them all, and I never do. I get like the 20-piece bone in. I never finish them all. And I'll eat maybe like 8 out of 20. And then the other 12 I just give to the raccoons. I never finish them, bro. But y'all ever seen this movie called Vincent Price, The Last Man on Earth? Y'all ever seen that movie? It's such a corny movie, but the acting is so terrible, but it's so good. I watch it all the time. It's like, where are you at? No, what was his name in the movie? Vincent Price's name. We're coming to get you. Open the door. Open the door. And it's like they're like zombies, but they're like vampires. And it's a terrible movie, but it's a 64 classic, but it's such a terrible movie. The acting is so bad, but it's so good at the same time because the plot of the movie's not that bad. And the suspense is where it gets you. So I watch a lot of these suspense movies, and I watch a lot of old school flicks. It's called The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. It's a classic. Rest in peace to the late, great Vincent Price, by the way. Probably one of the most underrated actors of all time. One of the most underrated actors of all time. One of my favorite. Oh, you haven't? Well, you got to go watch it if you do. All right, well, Dallas got the win, and AD showed out for the Mavericks. If Mavericks go in and they beat the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday, I'm not saying they'll beat the Thunder, but man, imagine if Kyrie was playing and he didn't get injured. I would. I mean, who would want to be a fly on the wall to see the Thunder take on the Mavericks? AD, Clay, and Kyrie versus, SGA, and all the players they got there, bro. Bro, that would be a monster move. The Thunder's got a young unit like the Rockets do. I just, please to God, tell me it's not going to be Celtics Lakers again. Yeah, Chet Wood. I hate to say it, basketball's getting better than football. Well, to be honest with you, with it, everybody thinks that NFL's rigged because of the Chiefs and they keep winning, which I could kind of understand that. But now Eagles won, so it kind of like flips the script a little bit. And now, if the Chiefs would have won this year and then they would just keep winning after that, then you would have to question, like, okay, that's kind of impossible for an NFL team to kind of win like this for so long. So you have to kind of question, like, is this shit rigged for, like, ratings or something, or, like, for sports gambling? Because it's impossible in a physical sport like football to rig it to where a team is so dominant like that for so long without some sort of, like, rules breaking or something. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but that's kind of how New England did their thing with the shit that they pulled. And of course, I guess it's good for the whole Patriot way and the whole, American flag and the 13 colonies on their damn hat. And, I guess it sort of sense has its, its, uh, uh, pros to it. But then it just sucks because then everybody else just has to lose. And it's like, just for so long, it's like, well, what's even the point if you're rigging these games or like you're fixing them? Well, it kind of destroys the integrity. It's like, why even bother getting into it? It's just like an illusion that your team has a chance when they kind of don't. If that makes sense. Do you think Cooper Flag will make the Jazz good? Probably not, but over a period of time, maybe not right away. Cooper Flag will go number one if, of course, he enters the draft. Who do you think Washington will pick? Probably Dylan Harper. And I think Charlotte be three. They'll probably go VJ Edgecombe. New Orleans is four. They'll probably go Ace Bailey. I mean, I only know maybe like 4 or 5 decent guys in the draft, and every one after that is kind of like a crapshoot. If that makes sense. The draft is not what it used to be. And you look at all the NBA drafts in the past, where you had like 20 potential names in the draft, and it's like you kind of pick one, you're going to have a good player. And now it's kind of like, it's maybe like, there's maybe like one good guy that's decent, that's better than the rest. And then there's like 3 or 4 that are like maybe an 8 out of 10, and the rest of them are like average 6 and below. 4 to a 6, somewhere on there. No disrespect, but it's basically like crap shooting a bucket. There's no impact players in the NBA draft. No. The only ones we had was like LeBron in 03 till now. Where he's like fucking 41 still in the league. Try to think of like some of the dominant players. SGA. I mean, there's a couple of players. Luka from 2016, or when he entered the NBA in 2014, 2015 draft. Devin Booker's not even really good anymore. Anybody y'all see potentially an underdog dark horse for the draft, for the NBA draft, or the NFL? You're talking about NFL or NBA? I think Shedeur Sanders is not going to be that good. I think honestly, I think he'll be a bust, and I could see it happening if the Giants pick him. He'll land in the perfect fucking spot with Russell Wilson, where they'll just suffer in agony together. I think it's hilarious. For NBA, you're talking about outside of Cooper Flag, right? There's a couple of guys. I like Duke's Con Napel, Maryland's Derek Queen from Maryland. I mean, there's a couple of prospects. Walter from Florida. They got Walter Clayton Jr. He's pretty okay. Um, I mean, there's a couple like notable names, but that's the one that I think's the obvious ones. You know, I don't think there's going to be any dark horses. Only problem with the NBA is most of these players are not that good out of college, and so they don't stay the 3 or 4 years. They just only want to do 1 year and get out, which, I mean, that's okay, but then you don't really have any development in the NBA. You just go to the G League and you never leave. You're there forever, and it's not most of these guys is what they're doing. They're just there forever, and they never get out of there. That's why a guy like LeBron, he could just stay in the league forever because nobody's ever going to shake his spot because he's damn good. And I know he didn't go to college; he came straight out of high school. But still, a lot of these players, man, they just come out of 1 year and then they're like 1 year wonders, you know. Even though I think Cooper is a junior, Cooper Flag, he's a junior. I mean, I think if you're the Jazz, you'd be stupid not to Jazz or Warrior, I mean, Wizards, whoever gets the first pick, you'd be stupid not to pick him. Yep, outside of Cooper, like I said, I named you a couple. Con Capel from Duke, Derek Queen from Maryland, Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida. Those are three notable names right there that I gave you. Colorado State's got Nick Clifford. That's another one. Then you got Joe Beringer. He's international. I think he's from Slovenia. And then you got a guy from Germany, Noel Nzinka or something like that. There's two foreign players that are pretty good. But other than that, other than those six guys, everything's just a crab shooting a bucket. Crab shooting a bucket in basketball. You take one guy, he's pretty much the same as the rest of them. It used to never be like that. Now that the way that they train all the guys at the three-point line, kind of destroying the game, my opinion. You just got a bunch of like tall guys that are like 100 pounds and all they can do is shoot threes and that's all they can do. And it's like, you know, it's like their whole game is just to shoot the three-point basket. You got a guy that's like 7'6" and he's just standing at the three-point line. I'm like, dude, you need to put him fucking inside the paint like they did back in the old day and have him dominate the paint. Why are you pushing him out to the three-point line? It's like that's the one part about basketball I don't like is how they put their centers like at the three-point line standing there. And then not only that, but they got the they'll pass a wide open layup and then they'll just dish it out to a guy that's double teamed at the corner and he'll just shoot up a three. And it's a 50-50. It goes in, and it's like, dude, you had the wide open layup. Why did you blow it? And you pass it to this guy who's double covered at the three-point line. But they go on this analytics thing that they're like, well, we could shoot more threes and miss, but then make more, and the probability of the score going higher. And it's like, yeah, but from strategic purposes, you just basically blew a fast break layup to just run back at the three to shoot a 23-foot Stephen Curry three. It's like not every player does that, and it's sort of like, it's like, you know, what happened to just getting the points, you know, as opposed to just keep shooting threes all game. It kind of gets old after a while. I'm hoping the NBA maybe could change that. What I would like to see is them bring hand checking back, and do, you know, back in the day you used to be able to hand check. So you could put your hand in front of the defender's hands, so if they try to blow past you, you could put a hand right there and sort of hand check them. I like that idea because it now brings defense into the manner, and players aren't just rolling past you to go for a wide open or what would be a potential wide open layup because all your center and power forwards are all spread to the 3-point line, so it just leaves the whole lane open for what it would be a contested layup. You now can put the hand check back and bring that hand check back. That they did in the 90s, and it helped out defensively very much better. So I would like to see. I would like to see I would like to see the hand checking back. That's definitely for one. Number two, I would like to see them eliminate the 3 seconds in the paint, or tweak it to where you can have one defender in the paint, and that's it. Like, so if you had two defenders, then one of them has to leave within 3 seconds. Otherwise, it would count as 3 in the paint. What was it, like or 3 in the key or whatever they call it. But if you have one guy there, then that's fine because then he can just contest whoever just drives in the paint. He can contest that shot. So therefore, it brings defensive purposes instead of having just a wide open layup. And so tweak the 3 in the key. Bring back the hand check, and definitely, I don't have a problem with the 3-point line is. A lot of people want to move it back. I think that's stupid. I think leave it exactly where it's at. just tweak some of the calls that they can do. Like for example, the again get rid of the hand checking, or bring back hand checking and tweak the 3 in the key second violation and bring let one defender in the box at all times instead of maybe if you put 2 guys there then the 3 seconds counts. But if it's one guy, he can stay there, kind of stay there. That makes sense. I don't have a problem with that. Other players like them. Like I said, I like I like the hand checking. I think that it presents like a defensive element. It helps with the leverage of the defender because the offensive guy can just keep driving by you for layups. So with the hand checking, you can sort of like have a defensive perimeter. That makes sense. And to me, I think it would make the NBA better if they did that. But the reason why they do all these points and they want to score 150 a game is because it looks good on the contracts when they want to raise or they're looking to get top dollar. They're like, hey, look, this guy comes off the bench and he scores 30 a game. And it's like, yeah, but that's because there's no defense. Of course, look at the way that the league's set up. So it's sort of like it's a numbers game to try to negotiate better terms for contracts, like guaranteed money or higher salary. It's like, but sometimes that doesn't always work out in that favor. So, like, you'll see games go up to 140 points and it won't even go to overtime. And it's like, well, there's no defense basically in that game. Or lack of defense there, should I say. And that's the reason why, they need to find a way to bring some good defense back to the NBA. NFL, they used to have it where the NFL where it was predicated on defense. And now I notice they've kind of taken away from the defensive element. And now they're sort of going towards a fast-paced Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, gunning it out, scoring 50 points, eliminating the defense, penalizing the defense more, making it almost impossible to get 3 and outs every, they give too much leeway to the offensive game that it completely takes away from the defensive part of it now. So now it's just like, well, do we really need to play defense or do we need to play just enough to score more points than them? So I like to see good defense. I mean, a lot of people would hate seeing the game end like 10-3 in a football game. I'll have no problem with it. But, for ratings, I guess it must be a problem because they're trying to cater to like the generation now where they're saying, oh, well, they're short. What do they call it? They're, what do they call it? Like, where you're not paying attention for that long. Because people get distracted easily. So they're like, oh, well, if you keep scoring and scoring, people will pay attention to the game more. It's like, well, that's fine, but then you just take the defense away from it. So there's really nothing strategic about the defensive side of the ball or defense side of basketball. Now you just have everything predicated on offensive output for numbers, just to, I guess, for, analytics or whatever. And so it kind of sucks when, again, the scores are like 140 to 145. And it's like, yeah, I mean, and there's no defense at all, obviously. So I don't know where they're going to get with that one. I like seeing quarterbacks move the ball on their own. Well, I don't have a problem with that, but again, I want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing a football game in like 13-10 or like, maybe I'm wrong for saying that 10-9. In a good defensive game where defense was played and it was just like who blinked first kind of ordeal or who got just close enough to kick the field goal. The football, they need to end ties. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we're at a point now where people hate seeing ties. I hate seeing tie games. I think it's stupid. I get you don't want to get the players hurt, but y'all need to figure out something to break a tie. I think a tie is stupid in the NFL. And it should never exist. I think that the best way to do it is you play instead of the 10-minute overtime, which thing's retarded, go back to the 15-minute overtime. Every team has 3 timeouts, 3+ challenges or whatever, and then if it ties after that, then you do a field goal contest, and you can start from like the 35 or 40-yard field goal and see, and you kick 5, and then the other person kicks 5, and whoever makes the most. It's sort of like they do with soccer with the penalty shootout. I mean, you can do that. And you have field goal kickers, at least let them get what their money is paid for. I mean, I think it would be pretty cool to add like a shootout or something for football where they do that for in case after the first overtime it's tied in a regular season game, They could do like a penalty shootout for field goals, and whoever wins, and you can line up the defense to try to block field goals too. I think it would be cool, I think it adds a better element to it, a strategic element. And then so now all the kickers you can really test them and see how good they are in a penalty shootout situation. So now like the kickers can start getting the blame instead of just quarterbacks. Yep. Dodgers are still playing. It's damn near 12 at midnight, and they're still freaking playing baseball. Come on, man. I know it's only 10 o'clock over there, but it's midnight over here. Nothing beats a extra inning overtime game in baseball. Keeps you up till 2, 3 a.m. Yep, and I'll be asleep by then. I'm not staying up watching no damn football. I'm not watching no damn baseball at 3 a.m. You got me messed up. Yep, since they do get paid a lot, too. I see the salaries for the kickers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who y'all got winning on Friday, by the way, for the 4 watching? You got let's see the games. I think it's no. I just saw it's Miami at Atlanta. That's 6 o'clock on Friday. I'll be at work, unfortunately. Tickets start as low as $26. The line is Atlanta by 1.5. The over/under is 217. So Atlanta's a 1.5 point favor over the Heat. If I was betting odds, I'd play against that. I wouldn't take the 1.5 for Atlanta. If I was betting, I would take the Heat. Over/under 217. So that's like 108 points a person, 108.5 or 108.25 that each team's going to score. I'll take the under on the. I'll go Miami and I'll take the under on that game. They haven't came out with the odds yet from Dallas, Memphis. Okay, so they finally came out with the odds. They got New York is a 7.5 point favor over Detroit on Sunday or Saturday, and the over/under is 220. So they got the game 110 points apiece each team. That's very possible. I'll go ahead and take the under on that one, and Knicks at 7.5, 7.5 point spread. I probably would take New York at 7.5 because that means if you take Detroit, you get 7.5. So I think the Knicks can win by more than that. I don't think I would take the 7.5 point spread on that one. LA's a 4.5 point favor over Minnesota. If you take the T-Wolves, you get 4.5 points. Denver's a 2.5 over the Clippers. So if you take Clippers, you get 2.5 points. Indiana's a 5.5 point favor over the Bucks. I would take the Bucks at 5.5, and I'll go over. I'll take the over on the 224. So I think both teams will score in the high 120s. So I'll take the over and give me Milwaukee, and I'll take the 5.5 point spread. Boston, a 14.5 point favor over Orlando. They're trying to get somebody to bet on the Magic there. Rockets are 1.5 point favor over Golden State. So you take the Warriors, you get 1.5. I wouldn't take that bet. And I'll take the over on the 213. I'll take the over on that one. But I wouldn't take Golden State at 1.5. I mean, I wouldn't take Houston at 1.5. I'll go against the line. So that means I would go for Houston, and I'll take the over. Yep. Waiting for more of these betting odds to come out. Damn, Josh Giddey at 25? Shit. Brunson back. I think Detroit is in trouble. Oh, I forgot about Jalen Brunson. He used to play for the Mavs. But he got a big contract in NY. So I can see why the Knicks threw the bus at him. It kind of makes sense. So who do y'all got? Miami at Atlanta? I'm going to go ahead and go with Miami for the upset. I think Miami Heat are going to make the A seed and play Cleveland. Dallas at Memphis. I'm going to go with Dallas. I got both the road teams to win on Friday. Those are my upsets. When is the NFL draft? I think it's coming up, Marvin. It's let me see. When is the NFL draft? Um I think it's on the 28th or 26th, something like that. And then the schedule doesn't come out till times and dates don't come out till May. Usually I think they said like May 15th or some shit like that. So still a long ways away from the NFL draft. Yeah, between that and college football, absolutely. If you had to pick one sport, college football, NBA, NFL, oh, college football all day. I said this for a long time. I said all college football needed was an actual legitimate playoff, and they can compete with the NFL. And now they got the 12-team format. They realize it works. Me personally, I think they should go more. And everyone call me crazy. I think it should do 16. A 16-team tournament. I don't see why not. A 16-team tournament. NHL just came out with the playoffs. They got their own, but I don't really watch NHL I don't really watch NHL like that. So I don't know the bracket. I don't know who's in. I don't really just watch hockey like that. They change the format every year for hockey. Every year. Atlanta just needs a rebounders. Yeah. Well, it looks like that came to an end. All right, so Friday I'll be at work. Fortunately, guys, I won't be able to stream that game. But my next game I'll probably stream is going to be next week, probably next Wednesday, Rockets and Warriors game 2. So game 2 is Wednesday. So I'll be watching that game. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait till playoff starts this week. What do you think about the NBA playing tournament? You like that? Yeah, I do. It adds a March Madness element to it, and that's what I like about it. Personally, I think they should add more teams in the playoffs. I think they should go, once they get the new 2 teams, which is Seattle Supersonics are coming back. Then they're bringing Vegas. Rumor is they're going to move Memphis or Minnesota to the Eastern Conference. That's the rumor. To me, it would probably make more sense to probably move, Minnesota, but I don't know. We'll see. One of those 2 are going to move to the East. And so we'll have a 16 teams for each conference. And the rumor is, from what I'm hearing, Oakland's going to have a team. Well, I mean, technically they kind of still got the Raiders, even though the Raiders moved to Vegas. Oh, well, I mean, we're referring to basketball. Sorry. We got the Warriors. Technically, would they be all Warriors fans or Lakers fans? Yeah, Golden State's technically, But yeah, for the NBA, I was, like I said, they're going to bring the Seattle Supersonics back, and then they're going to bring a Vegas basketball team. Vegas is a new hotspot. They already got a football team. They're probably going to have a baseball team. They already got a hockey team. Hockey and football, now you throw basketball their way, so they'll probably get a baseball one pretty soon. I think the Oakland Athletics are supposedly supposed to move to Vegas too. So, yeah. And if they do 16 for each one, then you do a top 12. Oh, the Las Vegas Athletics. So then all they just need is a basketball team, and they're straight. They already got a women's basketball team. So the Aces, I think they call themselves the Vegas Aces or something like that. And then they got the Raiders. They got the Golden Knights. That's the NHL hockey team. And then they got, they don't have a basketball yet, but they will. I think they will for men's basketball. Yeah. So Vegas will be the new hot spot. That'll be the new hot spot for sports. Might as well put teams there. I mean, Vegas has the money. I mean, they're the host inside of gambling. That's where all the sports is controlled, and then they got Area 51 that's not too far from there. Might as well complete it. Might as well complete the whole damn thing. Ugh. All right, now I'm going to shut my computer down because I'm pretty much done with it. I already watched the Kings and Mavericks game. AD went off, as figured, 28 points. Can't beat that. Clay, 23. Or no, AD had 27. And then I think Clay had 23. Yeah, monster fucking game from Clay today, too. He had some big-time shots. Like the way whenever Curry was wide open, or no, Clay, and they drew a double to him. He had set a pick around Gafford, and he just heaved it up, and it was like two guys on him, and he still fucking scored. I was like, damn, they had some shades of Curry there, you know? Yeah, Clay had 23 tonight. He balled the fuck out and hit some good jumpers, and yeah. And then the bench points, 40 points off the bench for the Mavs. So they dominated this game. 20 points, 40 points off the bench. Like I said, Dante Exum had 11. Williams had 15 points. I didn't even know who he was. The boy was just dropping threes like it was nothing. They would just dish him the rock, and he would just shoot it. Boom, it was going in every time. 18 minutes, 17 points. Can't beat that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Friday's games. I'll be at work, so unfortunately I won't be able to stream those games. And there's nothing really popping tomorrow, so I'll probably just do some random lives later tomorrow night. And that's it. And then after that, I got to work again. And good news is my car is almost paid off. Oh, like $2,900. I'm gonna pay like half of it on this check and then half on the next check. So by May 1st, I'll own my car officially, and I'll never have to worry about making a payment on it unless I'm doing maintenance cost or a registration sticker. That's it. So I'll own the car. I don't got to worry about that. That'll be one less bill I have to worry about. $465 a month. I know, right? And get rid of that bill, knock that out the way, and then, you know, after that, man, I'm straight. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to get some sleep from shut-eye. I don't want to stay up all night, even though it's my off day technically, but I don't want to stay up all night. I got to get up early in the morning. I've got to go to Walmart and get some shit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Wait, so acting like your Rockets going to have an easy win over my Warriors. Talk a lot of trash for someone whose team has yet to dominate in the playoffs. Well, it's about time you showed up, Scotty. I've been talking shit for the whole week. We finna show out, man. We finna shut Curry down. Oh, absolutely. If you put which defender on him? Dylan Brooks? D Brooks? Or you put we put D Brooks, or are we gonna put what's his name on him? Or Amin Thompson? Bro, we finna shut down fucking Curry, bro. I said that this series will go 7. I think this time we're gonna edge the Warriors. I think at this point, we got the experience, bro. Yeah, Tyrese, and he's coming off the bench though. And Jabari Smith Jr. coming off the bench, too. Like I said, we got some good defenders that can keep up with Curry, man. He's good. He's going to be contestant. This series, I think the Rockets useful to show out, bro. Like I said, y'all beat us 4 times. Y'all are going to have that hanging over. I think 5th time's a charm. I think this time we're going to wrap that shit up. But I'm predicting a 7-game series. This for sure going to go 7. Like, for sure. 7 games. This is a 7-game series. It's gonna go the distance, but I think we got it this time. Like I said, I think y'all are gonna win 3 games, and we're gonna win 4, and we're gonna be prepared for the Lakers in round 2. Like I said, the only thing about the Warriors, they got the championship experience. They beat us every time they played us, and they got some veterans, on the court. And then, for us, we don't have the veterans on the court. Except for maybe 2 or 3 guys. None of them have championship experience. But, we got some young guys that are up and coming that have built with this team for like 4 or 5 years now. So I think this time is going to be a little different. I think the Rockets, if, like I said, defensively, we can shut Curry down. We got the speed and we got the agility. I think we got a good chance to beat the Warriors, bro. But I think this time it's going to go 7. Um, like I said, we beat the Warriors the last time we played them in Golden State. We beat them the last time. So I'm like, we can obviously go in Golden State and win games. We can go on the road and win. So if we can protect home court, I think this will be a nice 7-game series. It's gonna go to the distance. It's gonna get physical. There's probably gonna be some technicals, maybe some ejections. It's going to get extremely. It's gonna go to the extreme, like I said for ECW. I don't really watch ECW, but it's gonna go to the extreme. We're gonna be ready, bro. We're gonna be ready for y'all. We're gonna be ready. Game 1 is on Sunday, Marvin. We're the last game, 8:30, and I'll be at work. So I'll probably do like a game 1 analysis probably sometime Monday or something before I go into work. Give my thoughts to it. Or maybe even Wednesday. No, probably Monday because Wednesday we got game 2. We got game 2 on Wednesday, so game 2, I'll stream the game there. Not show it, but just audio, visual discussion, who scored what and who did what. Talk a little basketball, bro. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, man. My highlights, y'all, man. I'm head to sleep.